I can't believe that was found in her glove compartment.
I keep thinking, what if a cop had stopped me and asked to see my registration? What are we going to do?
Let me handle this.
What do you have in mind?
I'm going to scare her straight. I'm going to tell her stories about my old drug days.
Albert, I didn't know you did drugs.
Oh, there's a lot about my past that must remain a mystery, Daphne. When our kitten hears the trouble that she could be heading into, she'll give up the green stuff and get back on the good kid train ASAP.
Hey. What? Where'd you find that? That's my private stuff.
I found it when I took your car to get the oil changed. You take your little girl's car in for a 29-point inspection, oil and filter change, and this is the thanks you get?
Sit down, kitten.
Dad, I told you I don't go by kitten anymore.
All right, Mary.
Respond to me by my chosen name or I will not answer.
All right, Madam Death Buzz. You may not realize it right now, but doing drugs is very bad for you.
What would you know about drugs?
You'd be surprised what your old man knows about the Mary Jane. I used to be quite the reefer addict.
Oh, really?
When I was working at Sundley's grocery store was when I first fired up the ganja. Pigeon Eddie lived in a dumpster out back of the store, and Mr. Sundley hired him to take care of the pigeons. He used to keep the pigeons away from the store so that the customers' cars would stay clean.
Take care of the pigeons.
He ate them. I mean, that's what Pigeon Eddie lived on. Well, he cooked them at first, but later on he...
Does this story have a point?
Yeah. Yeah, one day, Pigeon Eddie asked me if I wanted to try some wacky tobacco. I mean, I'd never smoked. And I thought to myself, you've been driving for 2 years, Albert. I mean, certainly you must be mature enough to try a cigarette. Well, it wasn't just any ordinary cigarette.
No kidding.
No, it was a reefer cigarette. The killer bud, Dubage, Chiba, Satan's dreadlocks, the Chronic, Dopesville. Well, I took one toke off that, and that was it. Your daddy was a changed man. I ran home, locked myself in my bedroom, and stayed there until I came down 2 days later. And I never did drugs again. And neither should you.
Wow, Dad. You've convinced me. I'm swearing off the wacky tobacco forever.
You did a wonderful thing sharing that awful story with our little girl. Now, you run upstairs and let me talk to her alone, Daddy Bear.
Remember what I told you, Mary. Madam Deathbuzz.
Listen, Mary.
It's Madam Deathbuzz.
Just shut up and listen. I used to work at Suddenly's Market, too. I was a checkout
Listen,
girl.
Mommy dearest, these stories about the good old days at the grocery store, they're just bitching.
I smoked weed with Pigeon Eddie, too.
And did you lock yourself in your room for 2 days after your first toe?
No. I liked pot. I liked it so much I couldn't afford my habit. So, eventually, I started blowing Pigeon Eddie for joints.
What?
I needed smoke so bad I was screwing him on a makeshift bed of pigeon bones and feathers. I caught the clap from some businessman Eddie made me sleep with when I picked up a taste for the horse. Heroin. And eventually, I was sold to white slavers in Japan and forced to make specialty porn reels for men who liked, well, Mommy doesn't think you need to know that right now, Sugar Bear. I ended up killing one of my captors when he let his guard down, jammed a pigeon in his ear, beak first. I stowed away on a boat, then slept with enough guys to make bus fare back here to Annapolis. I begged for my old job back at Sunley's, where I told everyone I had been studying in France for 6 months. Your father and I married a few weeks later. I never smoked weed again. So, you can keep on toking the tasty nugs and find yourself pimped to the Asian sex trade by some homeless bird eater. Or you can go upstairs, wash off that horrible makeup, and come give me a hand with dinner. We're having Chateaubriand with Béarnaise sauce.
I love you, Mommy.
I love you too, Mary. Let's not tell Daddy about this, shall we?
I love you, Daddy.
You're very welcome, Madam Zeph.
You can call me Mary. Better yet, call me Kitten. I love you.
Well, that's quite a change.
I think those stories about Sundley's Market really got to her.
I hated for her to hear how her old man broke the law, but I think she needs to hear some of the cold, hard facts of life.
I'm sure you're right, dear. I wonder whatever happened to Pigeon Eddie.
Did you hear the one about the girl that lost it all? No one saw her grace when she hit the wall. She was too young for success, all the critics profess. Just the end result